all of this in me, saying that everything I had infused was for me to share. And I tell you, I was saying, no way, I'm not going to do this. There's no way I'm going to do this. But the Lord had a different plan. I was thinking to myself, imagine me coming into a congregation, me, a sinner like me, that have been so long in mortal sin, that lived such a decadent life, that persecuted the church, because I literally persecuted. I used to laugh at Christians and priests and everything. And me, I'm going to stand in front of a congregation and tell them, I have seen the Lord. And the Lord spoke to me. I thought they were going to throw me tomatoes and rocks and everything. I said, there's no way I'm going to do this. But the Lord had a plan. And little by little, He started to open up this whole experience to people in prayer groups, in little communities. And I found this attention so enormous. I didn't know people give testimonies in the church. I had no idea. Then people started to come with little recorders, and that really scared me, because then they're like, I didn't know what was happening. Why are they doing this? And then I felt like I was being spied on, for something I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know what I was holding. But then, little by little, the Lord started to take all of my time. My two sons are grown-up men, independent. My wife died in '92, so I had no reason not to hear the calling of the Lord. And the Lord didn't let me go back to Hollywood to make my money back. He kept me the way I was left after I was released from the kidnapping. He wanted me this way, stripped. So then He started to take me everywhere. I have never ever promoted this. He has grown invitation through invitation. In 4 years, I have been in 21 countries. And don't ask me how this works. It's impossible to explain. It just works. And I was wondering, how am I going to deal with this, how I'm going to just support myself. And in the beginning, the first year was difficult. I was always in a suitcase, It's like from place to place. But I knew that I had to do that. And a lot of teachings came out of this, because I've been speaking in universities, high schools, seminars, all kind of religious communities and laity communities, and all kind of places in the Catholic Church all over the world. And then I'm going to give you an example of how the Lord takes care of me. One day I was missioning in Mexico with 2 Franciscan priests, and we were going to the state of Hidalgo, and we were going through a very poor area for the Assumption of Our Lady, a very Marian area of Mexico. And then I had a toothache, and it was horrifying. It was night. We were in a very old car, very jumpy in our road, and the pain was, it was horrible. And then I said to myself, I was the speaker, and the 2 priests were giving me company to go and do confessions and celebrate masses, but I was to speak. So I was saying to the Lord, I'm not going to be able to do this mission. I'm swelling. My face was going like this, and I had no insurance, $1 in my pocket, and traveling with 2 Franciscans in vow of poverty, that they don't touch money, you see. And I am in the most poor area of Mexico. So I'm going, oh no, what am I going to do? So I got to this monastery at night with the 2 priests, and then the abbot opens the door. He looks at me and said, oh no, I don't let a layman sleep in the monastery, I'm sorry. So he turns us away. So they look at me and say, let's go to the village, we know a lady there that will give you shelter. So we went there, and they knocked at the door, and then this lady let me in, a little lady. She showed me a room in the 2nd floor. I was in so much pain, I went to bed and woke up very early. I had a terrible night. And I just dressed up and sat by the bed, not wanting to make a noise. I didn't know where the bathroom was, nothing. I was hoping someone would rescue me there. So I'm sitting there, and I hear this knocking, and this lady opens the door and tells me, the bathroom is here, I'm going to fix some breakfast for you. So I said, thank you. So I did that and went to the kitchen. As I was walking to the kitchen, I noticed a dental office on the left side. And then when I got to the kitchen and I spoke to this lady for a while, I realized she was the dentist. And she took care of my whole mouth, all my teeth. And then this is the humor of the Lord. When I went back to the monastery during the day, 2 days later, the abbot didn't even know why he turned me away. He was like really, really concerned, apologizing and all of that. I knew that was the work of the Lord. And that is the way the Lord has been taking care of me.
I don't even think about it. I just go along with every day of my life, very happily doing what I'm doing. So that's why I came here to testify. I came here to testify of a Lord that is alive, that I have seen and witnessed. A Lord that is merciful and forgiving. A Lord that is all compassion. And a Lord that only wants us to go to heaven. And only wants us to be saints. And it's not a joke. We have to become saints. And I witnessed that with my life. And I pray the Lord tonight to do that for us. So I'm going to say the prayer for all of us at this very moment. Lord Jesus, in your presence, we know you are here. And we are praising you. We are thanking you for the life that you have given us.